Manifest It show. I am your host, Jill Hoyrup, Master Psychic Healer. Let's put my name up here for you. There you go. I help you tap into your intuition. So we all have intuition. It's our one of our spiritual gifts, and I love to help you tap into it and really start using it in your daily life to make your decisions and figure out what's next. You have all the answers within. You just need to figure out how to find them, how to tap into it and find them. So thank you for joining me. This is the Manifest It show, where we take a signature process that I created called Zap It Up. It's an energetic activation that we use to help ignite our intentions. So I'm going to take you through that today. Welcome. How's everybody doing? Hey, Esther, darling, are you there? I'm here. Yes. So I apologize for missing yesterday. Glad you're here with me today. Hi, Lena. Good. So Mercury Retrograde started yesterday. So I thought it would be fun to do a manifest it where we pull in that Mercury energy. Now, Mercury retrograde isn't all doom and gloom, okay? So if you've been looking at it that way, maybe start to shift that a little bit, okay? When I first, 2006, I first heard about Mercury retrograde. I didn't really know anything about it. And my mentor healer at the time was telling me about it. And I just started noticing what happened during Mercury retrograde. So I wasn't expecting anything, but I did notice things that happened. Now, for Mercury retrograde, you want to notice things that happen in the areas of communication, electronics, and travel. I think electronics is the easiest one to follow because we all have a cell phone or a computer, right? So, or a TV or cable or whatever. So you're just noticing things that are happening with your electronics. I've had some weird website stuff happen. I've had weird cell phone things happen. My girlfriend had a weird website thing happen just right after she did an update for it. Like things were missing, things weren't loading, and this was on Saturday, Sunday. So one other little thing to notice about Mercury retrograde, so it went retrograde on Sunday, but there's a shadow period leading up to the actual retrograde. So there's a shadow period for about 10 days, 2 weeks in front of it and behind it. So the actual Mercury retrograde is only about 3 weeks. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be a Mercury retrograde discussion, but it's kind of important because we're going to be pulling in that energy. So just start noticing, okay? Just start noticing. Mercury retrograde is actually a really useful time to let go of things and clear house. Like things can blow up during this time, but it's also a great time to revisit. So for example, you guys know I've been working on my new website for quite a while. So I thought, oh no, it's got to be done before retrograde. And then I thought, well, wait a minute, this has been in the works energetically since probably November, when I decided I was going to transfer over. And then I was forced to transfer over in January because I had issues with my old site. And I was like, forget it, I'll just start fresh. So then I ended up hiring somebody to help me finish. And now we're just waiting for me to finish it. But so if you start something before Mercury retrograde, it's okay to continue once you're in Mercury, okay? But you wouldn't want to start a brand new project in Mercury retrograde energy, okay? You don't want to sign contracts. You don't want to purchase big electronic items. I have a great couple of blogs on my website about me buying an electric golf cart during Mercury and all the problems that this golf cart had that I learned slowly down the road. So that was a big whammy. It was a big purchase, and it was also an actual electronic because it was electric. So anyway, hi Cindy. Yay, welcome. Yep, I'm only here by accident today. I had to reschedule yesterday. So thank you for joining in Monday. And hi, Suchita, welcome. Good to see you again. Awesome. So let's jump right in and start pulling in before we start this Mercury retrograde energy. So again, if you're new, just start noticing what's going on in the areas of communication, travel, and electronics, okay? I remember one post from a friend on Facebook, all these travel delays and things that happen and lost baggage and one thing after the other. And I was like, Mercury retrograde. So it doesn't take long for you to start believing in it, so to speak, if you start paying attention to what's happening around you during it. And again, it doesn't have to be this awful, awful time. I just sent out a newsletter to my group. I was like, wow, I'm really, like, I was feeling Mercury retrograde a month ago before it had even gone into shadow period. I was like, this is totally Mercury type stuff that's happening. So I actually pick it up before it happens. So that's how sensitive I've gotten. All right. So if you are new to this process, we are going to take you through a 3-step process. And we're going to pull in this Mercury retrograde energy to help us create, okay? And I'm already thinking I like to do healing releases during Mercury retrograde too, just because the energy feels really helpful, useful for us to clear things out, right? To kind of release and revisit and let go. Hi, Leslie. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I'm a big pusher of hydration, so you'll be seeing me take my little hydration breaks as we go. So feel free to do that. So we're going to run through this real quick, and then we are going to do a Q&A a little bit, and I just want to do another couple plugs. If you haven't liked the page yet, I invite you to like the page and share the video as an energetic exchange. There is a group you can type into the search bar on Facebook, Ignite Your Intuition, with a hashtag that'll pull it right up, or you can go to the page under the group section and find it. And if you're on YouTube, hello, and thank you for watching. And please subscribe and click the bell for reminders. Awesome. Okay, great. So let's be thinking about our intentions. Katie, you're here, yay! And if you see me, sorry, you're not probably always seeing me, but I do feel things and move things with my hands, so you'll see me doing stuff. And closing my eyes so I can concentrate better, not to get distracted by your comments, etc. So a couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're actually pulling in the Mercury retrograde energy first. And you can start dropping your intentions in the comments if you'd like to share with all of us. There is a group consciousness here going on, right? So we are, they say safety in numbers. Well, manifestation in numbers. We are holding space for each other as we go through this process. And the more you're on the call and the more you get to know each other and me, like there's just a great little happy fun container here. Hi, Linda. Good morning. Ooh, thank you, Linda. It's early for you there, West Coast. All right, so think about, an intention is something that you want to create in your life, right? An intention, a wish, a dream. What is it that you are looking to bring into your life? That is what we're talking about now with intentions. So we're putting an energetic activation behind this intention in order to really beef it up so that you get it, right? So you got your iPhone. So Estha, thank you, Estha, darling. I've been waiting for that. So Estha wanted a new iPhone. And so she's reporting now that she has just gotten one. So we've been working on that in here. So there's our testimonial of the day. Awesome. I knew it. I knew it. Okay. So Cheetah's, intending to be the best version of myself so I can attract a romantic relationship with a stable man who's emotionally at the same level as me. Perfect. Here's your proof in the pudding for Estha's new iPhone. Hot diggity dog. And it was like the day before your birthday, right? Or the day of your birthday. And I was like, nope, it's happening. Oh, you haven't got it. Oh, you're still working on it. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right, you're still working on it. I jumped the gun. Well, I still get a yes for what it's worth. Okay. I'm already seeing the future. Okay. All right, guys. So tapping in here. So we're going to ignite up your intention. So if you haven't shared, or if you're on the replay, and obviously I'm not seeing your actual intention on a replay, unless you want to hashtag replay and put it in the comments. The energy container is here for you. Okay. We set up the energy container. So it doesn't matter when you watch this. It's February, 2020 right now, but it doesn't matter. If you see this in 2 years, perfect. It's still going to have the exact energy that you need to do it. Okay. This whole process, obviously it's a little more individualized when you're on live, and I can tweak things as you're talking or we're talking, but for all intents and purposes, it's perfect just as it is, and just trust in the process. Okay. Lena's working on financial abundance. Linda's getting started on manifesting our new house. So my intention is finding the best house to rent for our best and highest good. Perfect. And you will. Okay, good. Awesome. So Lena's had some great money things happening for her. And it's interesting too, how sometimes it just builds, right? Would you say that's what's happened with you, Lena? Is like every week there's something, it's kind of building. I always talk about baby steps. So there's little action steps that we can take too to help with our intention, right? Like Linda can't just say, oh, dink dink, I'm gonna, twitch my nose like that old show Bewitched. Like there is a little bit of work you're going to have to do, right? Linda's going to be living with other people. So she's going to get together with them, and they're going to write their list of what all they want. And they're going to come to an agreement on that. And then they're going to start looking at what areas they want and how much they can pay, and add all those things together and do their part to look and put the feelers out, right? And then the universe will take care of the rest. It'll start matching them up. Boom, boom, boom. I feel like you're going to have a couple choices too, by the way. Leslie's intention is to gain full-time employment. Perfect. Katie's still working on getting more clarity for my business idea of chakra healing boxes. Yeah. Subscription box, I'm hearing for you, Katie. Yeah, Lena's saying yes, it's been fun with her. I have to cough, you guys, hold on. With her abundance. Well, and I'm glad you said that, Lena. She's saying it's been fun. So I have a little blip about that. So I really believe and feel and make it so it is, that healing, setting intentions, manifesting, like all this stuff doesn't have to be difficult or hard or cumbersome or annoying or anything. You're just throwing it out there and having fun with it. I'm a huge fan of having fun with it and just noticing. Change some of the words about it. Oh, it's interesting that this happened. Oh, I'm so curious about this. Oh, I'm noticing that. I'm noticing. What is that saying to me? I'm noticing it. So start using different words to bring in a different energy around these, like maybe tough situations in your life, or upsetting, situations, right? All right, so let's get started again. I always get off on my tangents. Okay. So let's see. How's everybody feeling with the Mercury retrograde energy? I am feeling, well, it's kind of already been coming in. So I'm actually feeling it on a higher level up here, which, Mercury, I'm not even going to explain this right. I don't have the words for it, but like Mercury is kind of, can be like, I have a lot of Mercury in my chart and air. So like, I'm a really heady person. I'm a real thinker, deep thinking, analyzing, etc. So there is kind of that piece of Mercury, right? Where you might be like revisiting or putting things back into place, into peace, figuring things out. And whatnot. So I guess that makes sense that it's coming in. It's coming in kind of up. Actually, it's above us. It's above our heads. Does anybody feel it that way? That's where I'm feeling it come in. Now I'm actually seeing it kind of raining down on us a little bit, the energy of it. Interesting. Okay. So how about at the end of Mercury, I'm writing a note to myself, we will do a healing. I like those. I like those to like reset us. So I'll schedule that. Okie doke. So we are igniting it. I literally see myself walking to each of you and lighting a match under your intention. And it turns into a rocket of desire with this forceful exhaust underneath it, and it shoots off into the universe. So you can picture that or something else. Whatever comes to you is the perfect image, feeling. We all have our own unique intuition, right? Our own unique way of picking up things. So I'm just telling you what I get. You could get the complete opposite or something similar. What's great about sharing it is then it's like, oh yeah. Sometimes my friend Cindy's on, and she's so good at like visual stuff. So clairvoyance, right? So I will have a feeling for something, but when I double check with Cindy, she has all these words, especially if it's a picture of a person. There's all these words to describe them. I'm like, yes, that was what I was feeling, exactly what I was feeling. So, so we all have different ways kind of that come to us. So, okay. Katie's asking a name for the company, like the word meaning and feeling of epiphany. I'm getting a no to that one. Let's, I don't know. I'd have to mull that over a little bit more, Katie. All right. So as our intention goes up, a couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth to help clear us, ground us, connect us, shift the energy. Okay, so second stage in the Zap It Up process is expand. Okay, so that rocket is off into the universe and we are now expanding it for as big. So we've set this up so it's exactly what you need. Okay, so whatever size you need it to be as it grows bigger and bigger, we are literally expanding it so it can then be bigger and attract and meet up with other like frequencies. Okay, so we're expanding. Awesome. And now we're going to magnify it, which has been a literal blow up of the intention, and these pieces zip out, zap out into the universe. So those pieces are out there. So the more pieces there are, the more chance of connecting with something with the like frequency, right? So we're talking about people that can help you manifest it. So like for us, that's going out to anybody who wants to give her, or maybe I'm getting to us that maybe you can find a cell phone for cheap to purchase that somebody's getting rid of because they bought a new one, so you get their old one or something, or I don't know, maybe there's a 2-for-1 deal. I don't know. I feel like there's some other ways it could happen than just being given to you. So these little pieces are going out to meet up with Linda, all your houses, all those people that want to rent who are going to fall in love with you and be like, what a great idea. We want all these ladies, to live here in our house. So, right? Lena, your money is going out to all the ways you can bring in more money. Okay. Hi, Kelly. Welcome. Well, it looks like some of you, Monday's a better day than Sunday, huh? Okay. Good to know. All right. So let's see, what are we doing now? Oh, so we're magnifying it. Okay, we're exploding that intention. And there it goes. All those pieces are floating about. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm feeling like for me, it's now kind of coming down into the solid grounding feeling after that. So it feels pretty complete, pretty good. Awesome. Okay. How's everybody feeling? How is everybody feeling? That was the Zap It Up process, you guys. So we're doing it a lot quicker now, okay? You might have noticed we're zipping through it fairly quickly, about 15, 20 minutes. And then we're going to head into a little Q&A on not necessarily psychic reading questions, but just things that are popping up for you in regards to your spiritual path, your intuitive gifts, and things like that. Sachita's sending us that energy towards her iPhone. Awesome. Yep. Perfect, you guys. Okay, great. So where's everybody at? What kind of questions do we have today? That was good. I actually kind of dig it that we do it faster. And we're not like, I don't know, I feel like before we were kind of not wallowing, but like we were in that energy of whatever we were pulling in, and it was taking a long time. So it's good, right? Everybody liking it faster? Let me know. So I'm taking a writing challenge this week, a 10-day writing challenge. So I'm going to be learning how to really write a good blog post. Yay. So I can do some more writing for us. So actually, that's a good question I have for you is what kinds of things like are bugging you about your spiritual growth or your path or your intuition? What kinds of things are coming up that you don't know how to work through, that you want help on? I know a big one is thoughts versus intuition. How do I distinguish my thoughts versus my intuition? And there's a little bit to that, so we might actually need to have like a master class or something on that. And it takes practice, so that would be another thing to have accountability as we go through, say, a month-long process of, being accountable for watching our thoughts. Because with that specific example, thoughts versus intuition, you really have to pay attention to what you're thinking, because you need to know what your thoughts sound like before you can distinguish it from your intuition, right? Does that make sense? Hi, Darcy. Welcome. Thanks for joining in. We just finished the process, but now we're heading into a Q&A. It's a Q&A for burning questions that you have about what's going on. They're not really psychic. It's not a psychic reading question, but it's anything along like your spiritual path or growth or intuition. Suchita's not seeing positive signs sometimes frustrates you. Yes. I understand that. So have you read any of Pam Grout? I need to start her book again. E Squared is her book, Pam Grout. And she wrote some good books, you guys. E Squared book. So I'll put that in the comments. I hope that works. I should put it up on the screen. But in any case, she writes a really good book where you go through every day talking to the universe and saying, hey, I want to see like a penny or a feather or a dragon or whatever. And that's your sign, that's your sign, universe, to me, that you're listening. So you could pick something like that, something random. And I picked dragon because I thought it was so obscure, right? And it was amazing how many dragon things came into my awareness like within that time frame. I wasn't following the book at the time, I just was kind of doing it. And I was like, okay, like, I mean, how are there going to be dragons on Facebook? Like, how random would that be? But I had readings that dragons came through in. There's something I saw like Pete's Dragon on Netflix. I was like, oh, I should watch that again. Like, just randomy stuff. Okay. So you could pick something. You can actually tell the universe what to bring you, so you know it's there. So yeah, and you could check out her book on Amazon or wherever. Katie's learning that she needs sleep for clarity. She wakes up with epiphanies a lot. Well, and also like first thing in the morning, that's why I love my early morning clients, is because I'm just a morning person anyway, but I've also learned that like I'm fresher. So if there's anything, not even just clients, but if there's anything I have to do or want to do that requires my brain power and like really feeling on, morning time. So that makes sense. And also, Katie, don't you find that little space where you might be stirring, you might still be a little half asleep, and then you start getting something? Like, I think that must be when I remember my dreams, is when I start waking up and then I can write them down. Um, Also, for me, anytime I'm quiet and doing something random and mindless, like taking a shower, something you do on autopilot, right? Taking a shower, washing dishes, walking, um, those are all kind of active meditative states or times. So you might find people gardening, another one, I don't garden, but look, no green thumbs, but like gardening, right? So anytime that it's kind of repetitive but mindless-ish, habitual to some extent, like washing dishes. I don't know. I always seem to have great thoughts washing dishes when, of course, my notebook, no, my notebook is nowhere nearby and my hands are soapy and wet. Yeah. Anyway, well, that's great. So if you are one of those people then that do wake up with epiphanies, like Katie, have a notebook by your bed. I keep a notebook. I keep my vibe notebook by my bed. It's what I call my intuition notebook, where I'm writing down things. I was um, before sleep for me lately. I don't know for you. Like before sleep is when a lot of information will come to me because I'm finally quieted. Right, I'm finally not thinking or reading or watching or doing. I'm getting ready to go to sleep. So our guide, that's why our guides kick in at about 3 a.m., right? In the middle of the night, because we are totally, uh, I'm going to say unconscious, but conscious, right? Like we are asleep. We are not conscious. We are sleeping. We are not thinking. So they pop in and nudge us awake, right? And um, it's a great time to get, I mean, it's annoying, don't get me wrong. It's an annoying time to get information. But once we learn that that's what's going on, we can set aside some time earlier in the day and tell them, hey, these are my office hours from 5 to 6 p.m. Come see me then. Let me sleep. So, hi Seema, welcome girl. Good to see you. We're in the Q&A section now, guys. So, what else has been going on? I think maybe we should even do that. If I would like to do that Pam Grout book together, that would be fun. Maybe we should do, would anybody like to do like a book club, book something? I miss having real books. Like I have these books on Kindle and I don't know. I just, some of these reference books, like all my metaphysical books, I love having the physical because then I can refer back to it and highlight. And I don't know, Kindle's kind of still not my best friend in some ways. All right, great. Awesome, awesome. So the other thing I've been thinking about, you guys, is let's ask you, since you're here and you guys have been here quite a bit. So, we're shaking things up a little bit with how we're doing things. And the question is, would you like to have uh, a different show every week? Say on Sunday when we have the slot for Manifest It, would you like it to be different every week? I was kind of feeling like, are we getting tired of Manifest It every time? Or maybe it's every other week. So let me know about that is the first question. Okay, I still need to do the soul awakening activation, right? We're going to do that live, channeled live. Okay. Who knows what will come through, but that was one thing that came up on the 1111 portal, and we still haven't done it yet. It's 2020 now. So there's a new activation coming through called Soul Awakening. I think that's still its name. So we're going to do one of those anyway, but that could be another show that we do. Now, it might just be a once a month thing, right? More for the new people, because I don't feel like it's going to be, I'm getting a no. I don't feel like it's going to be, I don't feel like it's going to be something that we do all the time, but maybe we slip it in there like once a month, maybe for more of the new people or something. I don't know. So the other thing is, I love to do healings and activations, and we could do psychic readings, and we could do Q&As or mix those in, right? Do a 20-minute of something and then 20 minutes of some of the Q&A. So kind of let me know. So you guys like manifest it every week? Is that what you're saying? So the other things we could just sprinkle in, like another one through the month or something? Or what are you thinking? I do. I like the idea of a book club too. Okay, so Cheetah, are you in the Ignite Your Intuition group? Because that's probably where I would host a book club, is we would do a book every month or something like that. We might do it a little longer depending. I'll check in. So we'll do the Pam Grout book, I think, to start with, because that would be fun. I was going to try to hop up and get the book, but I don't have it. So, I mean, I don't have it in physical form. So, Kelly recently went to an online group, practiced intuition readings, and I was on a few times. Awesome. Tomorrow night, you're going to Reiki Circle Qigong on Wednesday and seeing an energy healer on Friday. Woo, you're a busy lady. You're jumping in. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Book club, book group, I'm hearing you guys. So Suchita, if you have not found us yet, do a hashtag Ignite Your Intuition, or anybody who wants to, when you're in Facebook, and you will be taken to the group. And that's where we'll have the book club, okay? So we can kind of do more in the group. We might even do like a Zoom call so we can all be on and talking about how we're doing it, what's happening as we do it. So let's all start with that. Let me pull up the actual name of the book. E squared, Pam Grout, E squared, it's written out. 9 do-it-yourself energy experiments that prove your thoughts create your reality. Okay? Pam Grout, E squared. So that will be a good book. We'll start with that. Okay. Oh, an energy cleanse topic. Yes. So that is a really good one, Suchita, because a lot of us are empaths. I almost want to say everyone's an empath, maybe to certain degrees, but I'm sure that's not entirely true. But I like to think everybody's got empathic abilities. But as empaths, so my new thing, as I have been in some Facebook groups, and all they talk about is their anxiety and their depression and things like that. And I'm like, this has to be other people's energy, not your own. How could this many people be struggling, right? I really feel like it's kind of like an empath epidemic. Catchphrase. I'm going to write that down. But what I mean by that, hold on, I can't talk it right. And at the same time, what I mean by that is if you're not clearing off that energy of yours that you're picking up through everything all day long, then you are getting bogged down, like burdened and bogged down energetically by all this other stuff, other energy that's not yours, other people, other places. If you live in a big city, think about all the traffic, all the population, all the concrete buildings, all of the machinery, all of that stuff that has a different energy. I used to work at a Boeing factory, so think about all the weirdos that work there, partly, but the chemicals they're using, the machinery that's going. I would be exhausted. And finally, my meditation was in a meditation group for 6 months, and she's like, oh my gosh, I bet that's a total drain on you. And I never even thought of that. So I set up an energy protection from when I walked in the gates from the parking lot into the actual, gated area before I even got to the actual factory. Still walk down a long, walkway, and I would put up an energetic protection so I was in my own energy. So when you're not in your own energy and you're picking up everybody else's stuff, if you don't feel clear on things in your life, well, why do you think that is? It's because you've got everybody else's stuff on you. So I love doing this. I actually call it a clear and protect session. Message me if you want to do it. I think it's only 45 US, but it's a clear and protect session. And we could do a smaller, like a lesser version of that in a group setting. But anyway, in the actual session, it's very individualized. So it's exactly what you need. We clear off all your energy, all the stagnant energy that you've been, that's been glomming onto you, right? For however long. And then we set up an individualized protection. So my guides have shared with me that everybody's picking up things at a different distance from them. Okay, so like the average might be 15 or 20 feet away. When that energy hits your field and you pick it up, some people are 65 feet away. That's the most we've done so far. 65 feet away. That is very sensitive. That is that's above you, below you, and all around you. Okay, so it could be somebody 65 feet away, your neighbors or whatever. So that's a lot. Oh yes, Heba, energetic protection at your government job. Yes. And isn't it weird, not weird, that like those kinds of job, like city jobs, government jobs, yes, there's a whole different energy that goes on with that. That is really good of you. Brilliant. Yeah. So message me if you want to learn to do a clear and protect specialized session, but that's definitely, and there's other type of energy cleansing, right? Like with your house or whatnot. And there's some good, I'm writing this down. There's some good, quick and easy, you can just, while you're in the shower, imagine that water is clearing you. It's cutting cords, it's clearing off all the energy that doesn't belong, even your old stagnant energy that you've had, right? That you've cleared. So it can be something as simple as that. And you can imagine that energy that doesn't belong going down the drain, literally being washed off. As the beads of water hit you, it's cut, it's like grabbing that energy and sloughing it off of you. Awesome. Great, you guys. Okay, well, let's keep talking as we go about, so as it stands now, we're staying with manifested every week. Is that kind of what I got? And then we'll add in some other ones as we go, and start a book club. So I'll post about the book in the Ignite Your Intuition. If you want to join in, then we can join in. And let's see, if there's 9 chapters in that book, well, I'll go back through and look into the book to see how long we'll do it for. I guess we could just do it for a month. But okay, awesome, you guys. Okay, thank you so much for joining in and being agreeable to me missing yesterday. Thank you. And we're still set for Sundays, just so you know. We'll go back to the regular time and see you every week on Sunday morning or whatever time it is for you. So awesome. Thank you so much. Keep me posted on all of your manifesting that will be coming true soon. You're welcome, Esther, darling. Thank you guys for joining in. Appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Keep roaring.